They can shove that yellow submarine so far up their own asses.
You talk? Yeah, I mean the Beatles are. they're the Beatles.
Yeah, just like the Rolling Stones. They're just a name to me.
Dude, okay, so I was actually talking to someone about this the other day. The Rolling Stones, trash. Trash, dude.
We're coming back from retirement swinging.
They got one amazing song, Sympathy for the Devil. Sympathy for the Devil is like the one song that I genuinely enjoy. Everything else, I'm like, how the hell are you on the cover of a damn magazine?
How do you have a whole magazine?
It's all yours.
What did you do to get here?
Oh my God, dude. But yeah, the Beatles, no, they've got one song and it's that I enjoy, and it's not even theirs. Twist and Shout. That's not even their song. They did that from someone else.
Yeah, they did Yoko Ono dirty. She had a great career ahead of her.
Yeah. For that video of her just screaming into a mic. Who was it? It was her, John Lennon, and who was the dude? He's the one that did the song that's in Back to the Future. The one Marty McFly's losing his hand to at the very ending.
Oh,
Johnny Be Good.
Oh yeah, that's Johnny Be Good.
Johnny Be Good. So yeah, that was the song.
Because he goes up and like mutes her mic, doesn't he?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And eventually she's like looking down at it, and she's like, "Well, is she still trying to scream?" But all you see in the video, you just see the video. You just see her mouth wide open. You can't hear nothing because they muted her. Oh, God. Oh man, Yoko Ono, the Beatles, the Rolling Stones. Don't get me wrong. I think the 70s, golden age of music.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a big fan of 80s hair metal just because that's what I grew up listening to.
Anytime I think of 80s bands, I just instantly, the one thought that goes to my head is cocaine. I can't think of anything else other than just cocaine. Because isn't that what they all did?
I mean, most of them, the ones that are still alive, still do, probably. They lived the real rock star life. Live fast, die hard.
Bro, you ever see those Facebook posts and it's this chick who's got a Tinder profile. And in her bio, she's like, "I'm here for a good time. I mean, a long time, not a good time."
It still says YOLO.
Yeah. Got 3 kids. In the picture, you can see like in the background, there's like clothes on the floor. There's cat food.
Yeah, it always seems like the words and the image never really match up. Like the person you're looking at shouldn't be saying the words that come underneath what's on their profile.
And then like a kid.
Oh yeah, it's usually a kid with a knife running around the background. But she's got it under control. She makes her own rules and doesn't play nice. Neither does her children.
And half of her face is like you can't even see her whole face.
It's just forehead.
Yeah, I was talking about the opposite direction. It's just her neck.
It's just taken from this angle.
So you don't even see like the rest of her. You just see the top of her forehead. She's showing her room, and like that's something else of it. Like anybody that's taking selfies or mirror selfies, like please pay attention to your surroundings.
Yeah, because the internet's gonna use that picture as like an I spy. They're gonna pick apart every single thing that's laying around your room, check under the bed because there's always something hiding under there.
Okay, so if you had a Tinder account, what would your bio say? I need to get another beer.
Yeah, you can grab me one as well. If I had a Tinder profile, man, I haven't had the thought of trying to speak to a woman in that way besides my wife since we got married. So having a Tinder profile is just like foreign to me, it seems like. But if I had to make
it's like you're talking about a Hail Mary, so like a last ditch effort. You know what I'm saying? Because like nobody's getting on there unless you have no other choice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of success stories off of the old Tinder, but I'm sure there's thousands and thousands times more horror stories and potential kidnappings. You just never know what you're gonna get, because girls like you were talking about, old Briley.
Oh, you talking about forehead?
Yeah, forehead. Old forehead. The problem is she's still gonna get attention.
Oh, yeah.
Because men do what men do and don't care.
I love your forehead.
Someone already made the mistake 3 times. She's got 3 kids running around in the background.
And she wants you to raise them.
Oh, yeah, of course. Bring home the bacon.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing. She wants to stay home.
Well, you see, and that's something else. So, you know what else is always in that box? Because I'm like, all right, I always do this with myself. I'm like looking at, I'm like, I want to know, do I fit the criteria? I never do, because I ain't 6 foot.
No, that's true. You do have to be 6 foot in order to ride those rides.
So I always read it because it's entertaining anyway, and then look at the comments. But as soon as I see 6 foot, every time I see 6 foot, I'm like, why is that such a huge thing?
I don't know, because I guarantee you, if you walk somebody up who was 5'11", nobody would know that they weren't 6 feet. I have seen the videos where they pull out the tape measure, and those are pretty funny. But
oh my god,
yeah, I don't get the 6 foot threshold.
Never get that.
Most of the women who say that are usually a foot shorter already than 6 foot. So.
Oh, and you need to make $250,000 a year.
A month. This economy. Start showing them toes.
When you're walking in the grocery store, when they're walking down the aisle and you are as well, they aren't ever like lined up behind each other.
No. It's always 5 people wide, and you just literally can't. They form a wall like an offensive lineman, and you just can't get through them. They've been practicing this drill since they came out of the womb, and they perfected that aisle number 5 at Walmart.
So what do? You're going down the aisle and you see that.
I'm usually cussing under my breath as soon as I see it, because I just know how it's going to play it out. But in my head, I turn around calmly, walk to the end of the aisle, make sure it's the one I need to be down, and turn back around, aim for the weakest link, full speed.
And just barrel over them.
Yeah, and most of the time they're going to go underneath the cart, but it's extra points if they go in the cart.
Oh, God.
But you don't have that problem because you shop at the far superior Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah. What's actually crazy. So, okay, you know when you go into a grocery store, because this happened to me when I was at Pig. You go in and, when you walk in and you see somebody you know.
Yeah, that's a double-edged sword.
Because, all right, you'll start talking to them, and, you're like, oh, man, it's been forever. How are you doing? How's the fam? You get the whole conversation over with, and then, but you just walked in, so then you go off, you proceed to shop. To get the stuff you need.
You plan on never seeing that person for the rest of the year.
But they just walked in as well, so they're not leaving. They're also about to shop.
So do they usually just follow behind you creepily, or do y'all zigzag? Hey, how you doing? Long time no see. How's it going? It's all the way to the ice cream aisle. And then you got to battle over the last Dutch chocolate bluebell.
To the death. And
then you don't see them for another year.
Yeah.
They live 3 minutes away from you, and you just never see them.
Oh, man.
Except for when they're an inconvenience to your grocery trip.
But, you see them down, after you get done talking to them at the front, all right, you go down aisle 2, you got to get some sugar, or the freaking canola oil.
See, the problem with this is, you could have said any aisle, but I know that's the right aisle. I know you have Piggly Wiggly mapped out in your head.
Well, I mean, to be honest, that's actually not the aisle it's on. It's actually on aisle 6.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But I was just trying to be, using it as an example.
I gave you too much credit, man. I had to fact check you on that one.
But you go down that aisle. All right. So you go down aisle 3, which is where the tuna and then spaghetti noodles and stuff are. Mm-hmm. So you go down that aisle, And sure enough, they're coming from the opposite direction of the aisle, coming down as well. So then you're like, you can either turn around and, real quick, but then that makes it awkward. That makes it pretty freaking obvious.
Make eye contact. Oh, not this time.
And they're thinking the same thing. So then you're both at the end of aisle.
Don't even turn around, just both start backing up slowly.
And you go down the opposite. You go down aisle 7, down the same aisle, and you're like, oh. But now at this point, it's that weird, awkward kind of laugh smile.
Oh yeah, you got to give them the famous white person smile. Just little, just.
Yeah, and not say a word.
Oh yeah, you don't say hi, nothing. You already said all the max words you could possibly say to this person, and now they just won't leave you alone. They've been harassing you in this grocery store for 30 minutes now, judging you on you picking up your hamburger helper. They didn't say nothing, but they saw you.
Oh, dude, that's a meal that, in my opinion, is extremely underrated.
Oh yeah, you don't need to make anything with it. It takes milk and ground beef or whatever, unless you make one of the weird ones. We don't talk about those. But yeah, it's like all in maybe $10, depending on the price of ground beef.
Man,
and it's so good.
What's your favorite one?
Oh, cheesy Italian shells.
I haven't had that one.
It's easy to spot because it's got, instead of having just the red box, it's also got the green on the box, like some of them do. So it's very easy to tell it apart. So you need to look for that one next time.
Has it got the hand on it?
I don't know what else it has on it besides that green part of the box. It says a cheesy Italian shells.
You know the logo I'm talking, it's like the mascot, and it's just a hand with a smiling face.
Just an oven mitt. Oh, it's not even that oven mitt. It's like a Mickey Mouse hand.
I think it's just a straight up hand. Mine is definitely the what's that? Cheeseburger. I think it's like a triple cheeseburger. It's something like that.
Yeah, there's like double cheeseburger macaroni, and then there's like bacon, not bacon ranch, but something ranch, cheeseburger ranch.
I haven't had that one either.
Oh yeah, they're
that sounds freaking good.
They have a deep collection of cheeseburger based noodle products, that's for sure.
God,
which is just an odd combination. Who thinks, I want to make my noodles taste like a cheeseburger?
Bro, somebody got poisoned at the local Taco Bell over here. It was like food poisoning. Her name was Brandy. She posted it on Facebook. She's like, I got food poison at the Taco Bell over here. And I'm like, God dang, man, I love that Taco Bell. I can't go back now.
Rancid horse meat.
Is it horse meat? Is it monkey meat? Or is it humans?
It could just be all the employees that they fire. They got to have a high turnover rate.
Oh, man. Who would have thought we're all related to Hannibal Lecter?
We're all his children.
You know one that doesn't like Taco Bell?
No.
I can't think of one person that doesn't like Taco Bell.
Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of people who just would rather go other places. But as far as like, if you say, do you want something from Taco Bell? Nobody's going to be like, heck no, that's disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Now I understand if you're just straight up not in the mood for it.
Oh yeah.
You've always got that situation.
Not wanting it and not liking it are very different. There's plenty of times where I don't want Taco Bell, but
yeah,
it's delicious every time.
Do you think everybody has their go-to, or do you have, like, in all honesty, tacos? So keep that question in mind. But like, for me, dude, I can go to Taco Bell and there is everything, just about everything on the menu is kind of like, I'm like, I'll decide when I get there what I'm gonna get.
I'll agree to that to some extent. I have a certain one or two things that I do get every time, but whatever I add on to it is usually different. Whether I get an extra taco or this, that, and the other, just depends on how I'm feeling that day. But I'm either gonna get the grilled cheese burrito or the Mexican pizza. I'm a diehard Mexican pizza fan, and nobody can change my mind.
See, I always get, typically, like, if I am, like, just kind of stuck in my ways, like, if I go to a sit-down Mexican restaurant, I get the exact same thing. I have not gotten anything other than freaking chicken quesadilla, no rice, extra beans. Because, they're always, rice and beans? Was that like a Chinese accent? Oh,
rice and beans.
You get it. No, but I just get the beans, and then I always ask for like a cup of the cheese sauce. Like, hey, yo, let me get a bowl of that queso you got.
You're one of those people that gets the random condiments in a cup.
Yeah, because like even at Taco Bell, I get the creamy jalapeno sauce.
You're a cup of cheese man.
Oh, wait. Explain.
Katie gets a cup of cheese at Arby's for the curly fries.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't? I thought
she's the first person I met who needed a cup of cheese every time we went to Arby's.
Dude, she's right. She's absolutely right with that.
I'll eat the fries with cheese, but the 3 pepper sauce is way better.
I don't know if I've had that. A 3 pepper sauce? Mm-hmm. No, I ain't had that.
I mean, it's not like spicy or anything. It's got some pepper taste to it, but it's nothing bad.
Do you think Elon Musk eats that?
Absolutely not.
You don't think Elon Musk eats?
For some reason, I think he just survives on like astronaut food.
like the vacuum seal.
yeah. No, he doesn't eat anything solid.
Like everything through a straw.
Yeah. Or like MREs, where he has to like pour some boiling water in it to have an ice cream sandwich.
Dude, I had to ask somebody at work about that the other day. They were talking
MREs?
No, about Elon Musk.
About Elon and space food.
Yeah, because they're it ain't got no, not space food. Freaking Trump. Everybody knows.
Well, you didn't say it. You didn't say anything about Trump. I was trying to focus on one side of the relationship at a time.
No, just talking about how like
they're broken up. They're not one person anymore.
I don't like that. That bothers me.
Their parents are fighting.
Because, like, think about that, though. They're both extremely powerful people in the United States, right?
Yeah.
If one of them gets ticked off too bad, they're both I would say Donald Trump is definitely more emotionally driven than Elon.
It depends on what you're talking about.
I don't know, like, just from a vibe aspect.
The thing about Elon is he's going to be emotionally driven on a subject, even when that's not the subject y'all are discussing.
Does Elon Musk have power to just click a button? I think that's kind of where I'm getting at.
Like, click a button and the world's going to
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do you think that he's got that? Do you think he has that?
I don't think so. I have no doubt that SpaceX is making all kind of great leaps and bounds for connecting the world, but I don't think they're gonna use those satellites to send laser beams down at us anytime soon. They could.
Bro, you know what's really weird? Like, when you think about looking out in space, and just in general, you can't even hardly see stars anymore. You don't even realize that half of them that you're looking at, that you think is a star, is just a freaking satellite engine. It's just a satellite.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you know as well, but all the stars you do see are long gone by the time we see them.
Yeah.
By the time their light gets here, they're just nothing.
Dude, that is freaking mind-blowing.
Yeah, and people still don't believe in aliens.
Oh, man.
Make that make sense.
Dude, I had gotten into a really big argument with somebody about that before. And he's like, Dylan, prove it. Prove it that there's aliens. Bro, I don't need to prove it. Look around us. Look here.
I think it's kind of childish to think that all the stuff in the galaxy that we can see and what we can't, we're the only living life form.
I think that is the argument itself, though. The fact that that we are living and breathing on this planet is evidence that there is obviously that life can exist on other planets.
Didn't they already admit that alien life forms were real? Didn't they have like an Area 51 like press conference unveiling that, and nobody seemed to care?
Yeah, it was at a really weird time though.
It was probably during the presidential race or something like that.
Yeah, there was something else going on.
But they straight up came out and said, "Yeah, aliens are real."
Well, there was something else that happened. What was it? Somebody got shot, or Cardi B got into a wreck or something. So there was something else that happened.
Some breaking story like that.
I mean, that's what.
I don't know how you jumped from somebody getting shot to Cardi B wrecking, but if that's the two most important
that's what I'm saying.
Things going on in your life.
There was something that happened. There was something that happened because nobody was like legit freaking out about the fact that they said, "Oh shit, wait a second, there's aliens."
See, I think this ended up happening a year or two ago. Was this during like the Johnny Depp Heard trial stuff?
I mean, I guess there was maybe there was something else going on because I remember because I was like, "Oh man, holy crap!" But then they announced the aliens. I'm like, "Oh my god!"
Right?
They've confirmed it.
Right? We got that. Have you seen any of the pictures of? It's not new anymore, but we have this new telescope or satellite out there that takes pictures and stuff. Like we got rid of whatever one we were using to get our high definition like photos and replaced it with something even bigger and better. I can't remember the name of it now, but probably a couple years ago now. I'll have to pull up some of those pictures and show you. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, if you don't believe in aliens, your mom's a hoe.
Yeah. yeah, I would agree. And in all honesty, and you know, this is one of the reasons that this is usually what my go-to argument is because I've got a freaking cabinet full of them. I'm not talking about literally. I'm saying like in a figurative manner. Like I can pull them out of my brain.
You got a presidential party full of aliens.
Well, yeah, bro, I got them on standby, dude. Bro, they DM'd me the other day.
Got a whole gang of them.
They were asking about Monopoly Ghost. I'm like, bro, that game died months ago.
Just because you see the ads all the way out there, it means it's dead. Just like the stars coming to Earth.
No, but all right, hear me out. Okay, what is it that they usually say is the argument for aliens not existing? Like, okay, they usually use our planet as an example.
Yeah.
Right?
And the fact that we haven't found livable conditions anywhere else in our solar system.
Okay. But livable conditions in what aspect? You know what they say? They say oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
Oxygen and sunlight.
Sunlight, oxygen, and water.
Okay, so you know what they're basing that off of? They're basing that off of us.
Yeah.
Okay, well, think about this. At the depths of our ocean, sunlight does not penetrate. Mm-hmm. There are fish that are like translucent. You know, you can see through them.
Oh, yeah.
And they're all blonde. None of them can see.
Yep, and the pressure's so great that anything that is a vertebrate just kind of dies.
So does that mean life can't exist down there because it ain't our conditions? There ain't oxygen.
I think the fish down there just might as well be aliens.
Hey, that's my freaking point. That's my point, though. Down there is not livable conditions for us. It's not.
Yeah.
But yet there's living organisms, not just bacteria, but literal fish.
Yeah.
And octopus, and there's even sharks at the bottom of some, like at the deepest trenches. Those are not livable conditions. And sunlight's not penetrating. That's the big thing. Sunlight, there is no fucking photosynthesis down at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, but it's all filter feeding, and I mean, they just learn to adapt. Just like there's, well, around us in Alabama, there's DeSoto Caverns, and they have a literal, like, not man-made, but natural form spring in those caverns that have a bunch of blind fish in them because they don't need to see because they're in a cave.
Yeah. That's like my biggest go-to argument because I'm like, all right, explain that.
Yeah. I can't explain it.
All right, well, that's on our own planet. That's just this one planet. How many billions of them are out here?
Oh, yeah. We'll never know what's really outside of our solar system, at least in our lifetime.
And they already already said that Europa. So Europa is a freaking moon out there by to Jupiter, I think. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's water there. It's frozen, obviously, because it's, a million light years away. It's forever away from the sun. But there's water there. It's frozen, but it's literally hydrogen and oxygen. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
It'll be there forever because it's never going to get hot enough to evaporate.
Bro, nobody will ever convince me.
Until our sun dies, then we're never going to know what's out there.
Dude, what a scary thought that is.
Oh, well, by the time it happens, we won't even. I think we get like a day or two until everything's gone.
Dude, that's scary.
Yeah.
I don't want to think about that anymore.
Mess up gravitational pull, mess up everything, which means it messes up the ocean.
Have you seen the movie Knowing?
Not too sure. I don't think so.
It's got old buddy National Treasure Man, Declaration of Independence guy in it.
Mr. Cage himself?
Yeah, Nicolas Cage. You know he's broke, but anyway, he.
Is that why he did a movie about himself? Where he played himself?
No, I didn't. Is that legit?
Yeah. He played Nicolas Cage in a movie a couple years back.
I need to watch that. That's like right up my alley. I would 100% watch that.
Yeah, I don't know if they were trying to get him to come to a birthday or what it was, but he was straight up Nicolas Cage, and he was in the whole movie from as far as I know.
No, but the movie's called Knowing, so he's the main character, and dude, it was like 2010, I think, when it came out, but he stumbles across, okay, I'll say this, so there was a time capsule from like the 50s, and it got put inside of the ground. Anyway, I'm just going to... it's just a bunch of numbers that were written down by this crazy chick, this crazy girl from school, from this school.
Okay.
And anyway, all these numbers represented something with dates, and it showed dates and the amount of people that died on the days. And she wrote all these numbers down back in like the 50s or some crap like that. And anyway, they unearth it in like one of the time capsules. His son gets it, and he's like, he figures it out, and he's like, "Oh my god, this has not. It had 9/11 on here. It had all these dates, and yet it wasn't over with." He's like halfway through the page or something, and he was like at the very end of the page, and there was 3 left, and it showed also like the longitude and latitude. Oh, dude, that is a great movie. Especially like if you're into aliens.
So does he go on trying to stop these things from happening?
He's just trying to figure out what the fuck's going on.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, props to him for figuring out that far, because...
And it's got the chick, she was in Neighbors.
Oh.
Seth Rogen's wife in that, Rose Byrne. That's her name.
Rose Byrne, yeah.
She's been in a lot of good stuff. Dude, she's a great actress.
She was in some of the horror movies, wasn't she?
I need another beer. Wait, which horror movies?
I can't remember which one, but... Because she's obviously not Annabelle chick, but... I don't know. I can't remember what movie she's in. I'm terrible when it comes to...
Oh, dude. I am phenomenal at that. I stay... dude, I kid you not, dude. I'll pause a movie. I don't care how good it is, or even a TV show. I'll pause it, because if I'm like, wait a second. Wait, I know who this is.
Oh, we do the same thing at our house, but remembering is the problem.
Oh, dude.
Especially when it comes to all the Netflix originals and stuff like that, where all the newer round of people start popping up again. I'm not going to remember their name.
Bro, from Game of Thrones alone, I could not tell you how many people from Game of Thrones have made it. And it's side characters.
Yeah.
Just little bitty okay, for example, Oberyn Martell. So he's the dude got his head popped.
Yeah.
He is dude, he's been in he's huge now.
Yeah.
He was only in Game of Thrones for like, I don't know, 4 episodes maybe. But he what's his real name? Pedro Pascal, is that it? That's not it, is it? What's his freaking name?
I mean, Pedro Pascal's the Mandalorian.
That's him.
Oh.
That's Oberyn Martell, dude.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
you didn't know that, did you?
No, but you're gonna school me when it comes to Game of Thrones knowledge. It was literally on the TV when I got here, subtitles on in no volume. I don't know if you were practicing memorizing the script or what you were doing up there, but...
Bro, I'm gonna tell you something. You know what would, like, that would be a dream to be, because, obviously got the new show out, and then they got another show that's coming out, like, later.
This is not related to that. I'll make it quick so I can get back to that.
No, we finna shoot and we'll roll with whatever you're about to say.
I'll have to show you the trailer after we get done with this, but the How to Train Your Dragon live action film that's coming out has like House of Dragon, Game of Thrones level dragon fighting in it.
Wait, for real?
Obviously it's going to be dulled down as far as the gore and whatnot, but as far as the level of quality and realness that they put into it, oh man, it looks so good. but I've never seen the cartoon one. I don't know about you.
Is that a Pixar movie?
I believe.
Is it Disney? Oh, it's DreamWorks. So like Shrek.
Yeah. So you know it's gonna be good.
Yeah, Shrek was dope.
Yeah. Shrek was alright.
Would you say it's like one of the most iconic movies of all time?
I would. I'm a big Shrek fan. I don't care too much about any other ones.
I don't either.
That, but
I was about to say the exact same thing. Shrek 2 was okay.
Yeah. But after that, once they get to that,
I'm like,
Shrek
bro,
Ever
Puss
After
in Boots done showed up. You got all these.
Is that Pedro Pascal too?
No, I think that's okay. You know who I think that is? Just hearing his voice, thinking about it right now.
That's what made me think
randomly. All right, let me see if I can do this.
You want me to pull it up real quick?
Don't say nothing.
I won't
don't say
nothing.
nothing. I think just off the voice of it, it's the dude. Okay, I think he's the dad from the kids in Spy Kids.
Oh yeah.
What's his name? Antonio Banderas.
Yeah.
Is that it?
I think you actually are right with that. Let me, if I could type puss right. First time I tried to type.
Bro,
that.
that's off the rip, dude. I'm just guessing,
Yes.
but I feel like 80.
Yeah. Antonio Banderas.
Bro, I'm telling you, dude, I was made for this.
As soon as you said that, it was like, yeah, that's his voice. Because I think he talks exactly the same in Spy Kids as well.
Dude, I do the exact same thing. Have you seen the new Lion King movie?
No, not yet. The Mufasa one?
Yeah. Oh, dude, listening to the voices, I'm like, wait a second. Pumbaa? Bro, that's old Pineapple Express, man. That's Seth Rogen, dude.
Does he start laughing?
Seth Rogen, yes. Dude, Seth Rogen is... Oh, dude, they got a new movie. It's called Mufasa.
Yeah. That's
Dude,
what I was talking about.
That movie is great.
Is that not the movie you were talking about?
No, but they had a live action. Well, Seth Rogen's in both of them.
Okay.
But no, I watched that and I'm like, oh my god, this is great.
Yeah, I was worried it wasn't going to be good. I haven't watched it yet.
So good. So good. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm not finna say a word. You're gonna have to just watch that.
Since you like guessing people's voices, you really need to get on Amazon. I think it's Amazon Prime Video and watch If with Ryan Reynolds in it. It's where he's all these everybody's imaginary friends. Basically the kids outgrow them.
What?
So his whole job is finding new kids for the imaginary friends. But almost every single imaginary friend that's in the movie is voiced by somebody big.
No way.
And it's easily 20 different big name people in one movie.
Yeah. It's on Prime?
I think it's Prime.
Bro, we have it all now. Like, as soon as a new one comes out, I'm like, well, I didn't know this streaming service existed, and I'm getting it. MGM Plus.
What are you watching on MGM?
It's the damn Lionhead, dude.
Yeah, I know what MGM is, but it's been around at least 100 years now.
That's exactly why I got it. I'm like, bro, I know they're going to have some. Because if I go through Max and I can't find nothing, I go through Netflix and I'm like, all right, Stranger Things, the newest season ain't out yet.
Yeah, I think you got till November for that.
All right, well, let's see what's on
MGM Plus it is. What does old Freebie got on it?
Oh, dude, I'm going to tell you another one that's good, dude. Tubi, man.
No.
I didn't know what Tubi was until I started seeing memes.
Yeah.
On Facebook, dude.
I'm pretty sure they have a movie about Bessemer, and I haven't watched it yet.
Oh my god, Bessemer, Alabama?
Yes, the Bessemer. They let anybody upload a movie on the Tubi.
Bro, look, we need to do it, man.
We're gonna start reviewing random Tubi movies.
Bro, I've got a great idea for a movie, and I bet Tubi would eat it. Wait, so what? Do you have to? How do you even do that?
I have no idea.
How do you even go about making a movie?
I know zero directors in my life.
Like, surely we could just I don't know, man. That would be cool though. Imagine saying you could do that. Say, bro, I'm gonna make a movie, and I'm gonna put that boy on. I'm gonna put it on Tubi, dude. We're gonna make a movie and throw it on Tubi.
I was like, worst case scenario is you turn into a meme on Facebook with about 20K shares or something like that.
Bro,
Best case, it's a Netflix original by next year.
But you know what? That's the thing. There ain't no such thing as bad publicity in that situation. Prime example. Do you know the only reason Squid Games got big?
Why is that?
It was that one random person that recorded the opening, like, you know, the green light, red light, green light. That one post took off. Dude, I'm talking about, it blew the hell up. I mean,
man,
500,000 freaking shares. And you know Squid Games out, I think I told you about this. It beat out Stranger Things.
Yeah, you told me that, and I was surprised.
How nuts is that?
Yeah, I think you told me that right when the second season had come out. I still haven't seen that yet.
It's not near as good as the first one. Oh, dude, Rachel loved it.
I don't know how you top the first one, just as far as the shock value.
Yeah, and especially like going into that's something else. When you go into the next season, you already kind of know, you know, like you have your mind kind of set for it.
So
like you've already kind of prepared yourself for whatever the hell.
So is he going back to shut down all the rich people now?
That's what he's trying to do. Yeah, and he's rich himself now, so he's like using his resources to try to get back. He's trying to find the island.
Oh yeah, he's got to figure out where he was at.
He's trying to find the island.
Yeah, that's. I need to watch it just because they didn't give you a lot of information on all the rich mass people to start with, and they just made it mysterious. But even then, it was kind of like, I don't care about these people.
Yeah. Yeah. There was I like the one chick that he was, you know, that he clearly had it's like they were leaning toward a love connection between the two of them. She's the one that died at the very ending. It was just three people left: him, his best friend, or him and his friend, and the chick. That's and right. The dude ended up killing the chick.
That's right.
Yeah.
Man, did you watch any of the Mr. Beast Squid Game things he had going on?
I saw one where they had, well, not that, but I saw the one where he had, where there was like just this patch of grass, and it was like in a circle, and like whoever stayed there the longest won like $500,000. But I haven't seen like the actual Squid Game.
It's on Prime as well. Like, it has the show, but they have one of the challenges is they put. Well, before that, they let the people pick their teams of three. So of course everybody was like not buying, but picking all their friends, or if they had, some of them had like twin brothers and stuff that were in the competition. So they got their teams of threes. Everybody was grouped up, and they put them in these white square rooms, like a grid of rooms, and they basically had unlimited time, I think, or they had a time limit, but each pod was in charge of creating their own game to decide which one person moved on out of the three of them. So they picked all their friends and allies for the games and then put them all against each other in a white room, and they had to decide what game they were going to play to eliminate the other two of their friends.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And the person when you get eliminated, you had to physically go press the button yourself and get yourself out. So of course there was all kind of backstabbing and
oh hell
yeah.
Dude, I bet that is
it's good.
Well, I guess it's just on YouTube.
Yeah, well, it's on Prime.
It's on Prime as well.
It's a show.
See, I didn't even know that.
Mm-hmm. I think it's like $1 million for the winner, which for now for Mr. or it may be $5 million.
What's his net worth?
I don't know. I just know he spends a lot of money.
Is he a billionaire?
I don't think he's a billionaire yet, but I think it's because he throws everything back into, because all of his videos are just extravagant. He doesn't do anything normal. There's no telling how much he spends on just.
How he comes up with all those ideas is pretty crazy too.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he has a pretty crazy team of people drawing things up now, but.
Well, you know, one of his first videos was just him counting to like 100,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
Or was it to 1 million?
I think it was 100,000 because it was his video saying thank you to all of his 100,000. He just hit 100,000 followers.
So then he just counted to 100,000.
Yeah. Well, he said, I'm pretty sure he either counted or said thank you 100,000 times. I can't remember which one he did. I know one time he did count.
Oh my!
But I think he also said thank you 100,000 times or something.
Dude, that's nuts. We're talking about like what, a 12-hour video?
Yeah.
Jesus, man.
Yep, and I'm sure that one also has millions of views.
Yeah.
That's the thing. He pulls 10, 20 million views on every video.
The one that I watched that I was like the most, I was like, it sucked me in the most, was that one where he had somebody as a dude stay in a grocery store, and every day that he stayed there without leaving the grocery store, he got, I don't know how much money it was.
Yeah, it was like 10 or 20 grand a day or something like that.
Yeah, it was something nuts.
And every day they would like take a section away from him, or he had to pick what they took away.
Yeah. To equal out the amount.
Because they basically made him out and made himself an apartment in the back of that thing. Yeah. He had like the walls of water and the shelves.
Genius, dude.
Yeah.
Genius. And then he made a pool, and then that motherfucker busted.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good episode. So they did that one, and they also did the one where the dude had to stay in the house that they had built for him in the middle of nowhere. And they would mess with that man. By the end of that, half the house was missing.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
Yeah, they straight up took away half the house at one point.
Oh my God.
Just open walls on one side. They had a marching band playing like in a circle around the house for like
God.
an hour. It was crazy. That and fireworks celebration all hours of the night. It was just all kind of nonsense. Oh.
So, but hold on, let's get back to the point.
Where are we going back to?
All right, Tinder, bro.
Okay.
So, okay, what would you put in your Tinder bio?
Oh man, I wish I could see how it's laid out, because I know they have like questions you get asked and stuff like that. But as far as my bio, I don't know. It's really hard. I know we made the joke of 2 inches hurts at 90 miles an hour, and I think I would have to go the funny route. Like, it would just, I don't know if I'd be able to take it seriously. After all the videos I've seen, like we were talking about of Briley, air quotes, because that's not her actual name, but just those type of people, and then just all the videos I've seen of where it's the guy like reviewing the other men's like pickup lines, and they're always just the most unhinged stuff I've ever read in my life.
Bro, and that word that's like come up is Riz.
Yeah.
Riz. Like, I'll see threads of like people posting like, oh, bro, this man's got so much Riz.
This doesn't even sound cool.
Riz, dude.
It sounds like you're on the spectrum.
It's pretty close. Like, think about this, one letter.
Yeah.
From Riz, if you take out the R and put a J, dude.
Yeah, you go from Rism to Tism real quick.
Oh, you know what I put in my freaking bio?
What would you put?
I would break down, like, I'm talking about, like, I would talk about every possible brand of cheese that I like. I'm talking about Kraft, and I would break down each specific cheese that they have that I love, which would be, I don't think Kraft has this brand, but there's another brand. Oh man, what is that? It's Cabot. Dude, they got Vermont white cheddar, and it literally says on here, seriously sharp. Bro, anything that says seriously sharp or extreme sharp or anything extra sharp.
You like that almost bitterness taste.
Bro,
you want all the salt flavor.
I want that shit falling apart when I'm cutting through it. It's the best taste.
You don't want a slice of nothing. You want crumbles.
Like, that's the only thing you're going to know my name. You're going to know my age. And you're going to know about all these fucking cheeses. That's it.
I think you should make it like multiple choice quiz, like of cheese history.
Dude, yes. And that way it merits if they deserve my time. If you know your cheese the way I know mine, then yes, you deserve. Then yes, please swipe whichever direction it's supposed to be swiped.
What are the chances that you end up with a Green Bay Packers fan?
Oh man. See, now that would not be good.
They love their cheese.
Yeah, but okay, like.
But they could give you all the sharp white cheddar you want.
Bro, it's fucking cold up there.
Cheese stays good longer up there.
You know what? I wonder if that's like, so is that what they're known for? Is that what that city, or I guess that state is kind of known for, is their cheese? Why else would they be called that? The Green Bay, what are they, cheeseheads?
Yeah, I really don't know where that comes from. It has to be, because it's Wisconsin, so there's plenty of cheese that comes out of there.
So I guess that means there is an ass ton of cows up there.
I sure hope so.
I mean, surely they're not using people to make cheese, are they? milking people to get cheese?
Yeah, I just hope they don't run out of milk.
But okay, yeah, Green Bay Packers, they wear the cheese head things,
Yeah,
and like, in college, it's Nebraska. They're the Cornhuskers, and they wear the corn. And Nebraska, I'm assuming that's where Interstellar was filmed. Like, you've seen Interstellar,
Yeah,
haven't
it
you?
has to be. How did we get to Nebraska? Because Green Bay's Wisconsin.
Because they both wear food on their heads.
One wears corn. That's not cheese. Is that what my bio should be? Just a multiple choice of corn-related questions?
So that means you're going to get somebody from Nebraska.
Maybe.
You realize that, though?
I could find me a lovely Latina woman who loves making corn tortillas. You don't know.
Bro, ain't nothing wrong with it. Dude, and I'm going to tell you something else. So we were talking about Taco Bell earlier. And we're also talking about, like, sit-down Mexican restaurants. But, dude, a Mexican food truck, you cannot beat that.
Especially if it's after 2 a.m.
And where they get all the damn limes from, I don't know. But it's perfect. And where do they even get those specific limes? Because I don't know if you've ever noticed, but those limes, when you start squeezing them, all the little, what are they called? The little thingies on them.
What thingies on them?
You know, when they bust, the juice comes out. When you squeeze a lime, and you're like,
like the pulp.
That's the word. My God. Okay.
I was like, are you talking about seeds? Does the top of his lime shoot off?
No,
like,
dude. For whatever reason, and this is, I've noticed this, and it's always been something I'm like, man, I've never thought about this until just right now. Mm-hmm. But like at the food trucks, the Mexican food trucks, when you get the lime and you're like squeezing it, the pulps don't just bust. They like fall apart onto the tortilla. Dude, do you not notice that?
Honestly, I haven't paid too much attention, but I think the secret to that is before you cut your lime, you put it on your cutting board or whatever your flat surface is, and you roll it back and forth so it softens everything on the inside of it. Yeah.
No.
You can do that with limes, lemons, grapefruits, any
That's
kind of
why
citrus
when you
stuff.
squeeze it, like, don't get me wrong, like, obviously some of the juices, like, it squeezes out, but a lot of the time just the pulps kind of fall apart.
Yeah, that's probably because they sit there and roll them. I'm sure they're super soft.
Dude. Bro, oh my God. Yep, from freaking limes to goddamn cheese and aliens and a tad bit of Elon.
Yeah, I think we've covered all the major food groups for the day.
Yeah, we sure did. That was
Italian, Mexican food, and cheese. What more do you need?
Well, I mean, it feels good to finally do this again, to be honest.
Oh yeah, it's been way too long, and we've talked about it constantly since the last episode, and just
that's life, though.
The stars have finally aligned for us.
Yeah. Hopefully, it's not going to take forever to get another one out.
Definitely not. It's going to be hard to let you guys know as far as a strict schedule, but any free time we got, we're going to try and throw towards this thing. So
absolutely.